serve God better.
We love you. Happy birthday, Mama Roach. We love you.
I will rejoice, I will rejoice, and be glad in it, and be glad in it. Hallelujah, this is the day of the Lord. Sing out, sing out. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, this is the day, this is the day. Oh yeah, wow. One more time. This is the year, the year, the year. This is the year, this is the year that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will, if you rejoice, clap and be glad in it.
We're going to have Stefan Roach Jr.
There you go, Junior.
We're going to have the youngest Stefan Roach perform for Grandma, her great-grandson, and he would like to say a few words first.
Hello. Happy 90th. I'm going to play my piano to say happy birthday.
He says he's ready. Okay, close your eyes for a few seconds. What we're getting ready to do is we're going to take a trip down memory lane. And we're going to start with the year that Catherine Roach was born. And we're going to take you through her lifestyle and her life and times and how we all got to be here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. There's a scroll. And I'm not sure if you guys realize it, but every date on the scroll is 1924, which is when my grandma was born. So if you would like to know some fun facts about the year that she came to us, just open it up and you can enjoy them. Catherine grew up in New Brunswick, and the family belonged to St. Albans Church, where all the children except the youngest, Lillian, were baptized in June of 1924, as recorded in the History Archive of St. Albans Episcopal Church. Catherine's father was a very stern man, and the children were raised under careful watch and discipline. Honesty and integrity was a staple of the Welch household. The children were orderly and respectful and taught to be strong thinkers. Their father, Joseph Welch, was from Guyana, South America. When he came to America, he attended Montclair High School, and upon graduation, he received a full Bright Scholarship to attend Howard University, where he studied dentistry for 2 years. Joseph married and began his family and did not complete his dentistry schooling. He worked hard to provide for his family, and he became the first black licensed plumber in the city of New Brunswick. His strong teaching, along with his wife Bessie, instilled deep values in their children. Catherine attended school in New Brunswick and was quite a young lady. She was active in gym, playing basketball and baseball. Catherine once hit a baseball all the way from high school onto Lee Avenue. She was a creative young woman and very independent. Upon reaching the age of 18, and after high school graduation, Catherine left for New York City. During the time Catherine embarked on the hustle and bustle of New York, the country was involved in World War II, and one of her first jobs was making parachutes for the American troops. You guys will see a young Catherine in New York City coming through shortly. Working that hustle and that bustle. Catherine enjoyed putting her seamstress abilities to work, but soon landed a job with the Internal Revenue Service. She enjoyed life in the big city, getting civically involved. She joined modern trends, groups, civic organizations, steeped in issues of the time. Catherine longed for her roots and decided to return home and commute to New York. Once home, Catherine and her sister Alberta decided they would help their youngest sister go to college, and that is exactly what they did. Their financial support helped their sister Lillian reach her college goals. Catherine began her service of volunteering as a very young woman. She volunteered for the United Fund, and one fateful day, while volunteering at Ebenezer Baptist Church, her cousin Bertha's husband Tom Washington introduced his co-worker to a young, smart, handsome Harmon Roach, my grandfather. The two talked and dated for a while until Herman left for a short time to visit his home in Virginia. But upon his return, he sought Catherine out and continued their courtship. And after some time, Harmon proposed and the two were married in 1948. Catherine and Harmon welcomed their first son, Roland, in 1951, and he would be followed by twins, Charlene and Darlene, and then the youngest, my father, Edward Herman. Catherine continued to work in the community, and as her children became school age, she was active in the PTA and even held the title of PTA president at one point. Catherine encouraged her children to participate in music, and she was also a band mom throughout their school band years. Catherine was always helping others, and she belonged to the Ebenettes, based in Metuchen, New Jersey. The organization sponsored the Men of Tomorrow and worked to raise scholarship funds for young men to attend college. Catherine re-entered the workforce part-time for the National Council of Boy Scouts. She started in the mailroom, only part-time, as her family was growing. But soon Catherine was raising the ranks in the organization as supervisor of the supply division. And upon reaching retirement in 1980, she had attained the level of senior correspondent in the credit department. Now retirement didn't mean sit back and relax. Catherine was busy as ever, and she catered often for many years. She provided quality child care in her home, volunteered at the Piscataway Regional Day School for special needs children. Catherine took piano lessons and painted pictures. She joined the Piscataway Senior Center, where she enjoys many friends and is active playing mahjong, bridge, and board games. Catherine is also a member of the Senior Advisory Commission at the center. Catherine enjoyed many hobbies and was a gifted seamstress. She even made her own wedding dress and many others too. Catherine had the ability to take a pattern and alter it to be her own. She was fierce with a needle and a thread. She was able to make draperies, served on the Radical Hospitality Committee, just to name a few. Catherine is an active participant in many committees and has worked to help those in need. Today, Catherine is sharp and still embodies those values her parents instilled in her from a child. She has an unshakable commitment, and she is strong in her position. Catherine is not a follower. She will stand by her own opinions and deliver them strongly. As a wife, she helped build a home and a life with her husband Harmon, who passed away in 1988. As a mother, she provided love and wisdom with a desire to provide her children with opportunities to have choices in life. As a grandmother, she has been a source of encouragement, a haven, and a voice of reason. Her daughter-in-law has said, "Mrs. Roach is the encyclopedia." Whenever the kids were sick, she could call on her and tell her what was going on. And 9 out of the 10 times, Mrs. Roach would stop her from going to the emergency room unnecessarily. As a family, we love her for so many reasons. She is truly a help in the times of trouble. The grandchildren will tell you that their grandmother, hands down, hands down, makes the best bread pudding in the entire universe. And no one will ever come close. Catherine, for everything you have ever taught us and all the ways you love us, we say thank you. And we celebrate your 90 years. And we thank God that He has kept you, and we pray He will continue to keep you like only He can. There is a famous quote that says, "It's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years." And thankfully, you were blessed to have both.
So roses are precious, just like Catherine is precious to us. And so her older grandsons are presenting a rose to her. And she's presented the red rose as a symbol of her spirit of love because of how she has loved us. We present her with the pink rose.
The pink rose symbolizes gentility, femininity, elegance, and refinement.
That is our Catherine. Elegant and refined.
Oh, nice.
We present her next with the orange rose. Vibrant tones. Orange roses symbolize enthusiasm and desire. If you're looking for a way to express admiration, we salute her with the orange rose because of the warm way that she loves us and how vibrant she is at 90 years old and to us. Next, we present her with the lilac purple rose.
Purple rose symbolizes enchantment, desire, and a message of love at first sight.
We step in here for Mr. Roach. As he loved her for years. And finally,
Thank you.
we have the yellow rose. Represents friendship, joy, and caring. I, for one, don't have a better friend than I have in my mother-in-law, Catherine Roach. We salute you, Miss Roach. You are the rose of our life, and we love you.
Okay, ready? Oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you smile. Almost gave up by the power that I can't explain. How we all fell from heaven like a shower. Smile, even though it hurts, you gotta smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile, smile. Someone to the top and be the ground. Hate to see me around. You look so much better when you smile, smile. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. You look so much better when you oh, oh, oh. How do you measure in daylight, in sunsets, in moonlight, in cups of coffee, in inches, in months without the time? 525,600 minutes. How do you measure years? Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 years. 525,600 in the light of friends, remember
Andre, our songstress. Janae. That's Edmund. Is that Edmund? Colin. Yolanda. Now see, that's a Coke. Edmund and Zapata. Brianna.
That's not fair.
Oh, that's great. We have to cherish that.
It's the greatest picture in this.
Kyle. Ron. I always want to say little Ron. Oh, the brothers, Colin and Drake. Little Eddie. That's Ron and Marquitas when Ed and I got married. We have Ed again. Sapana. Pretty dress. The cousins. Oh,
Marquise and Stefan.
at soccer camp. Rolanda. Go girl, she's about you on the runway. A trip to Florida. And back to where it started. Oh, we would like to open up the floor to any remarks. Anyone have anything they'd like to share with Mrs. Roach?
Hi, everybody. My name is Cheryl Washington, and even though Catherine Roach is my second cousin, she's more like my second mother, because there were times when we grew up in Piscataway on Brookside Road. Brookside, woo! When my twin brother Al and I would decide to go leaving the house, we would run away, and Catherine down the street at 1255 Brookside. Is that the right address? We were at 1128, you were at 1255 Brookside. Al and I thought we were slick, and we said, well, we're not going to stay at our house. We don't want to stay there. It's more fun at Catherine's house. So we decided we would pack up our belongings and then leave. And of course, my mother intercepted by calling Catherine and saying, the kids are on their way down house, grab them. And yet, you know, at that point, we really were a village. Today, if you say anything to someone's child, DIFUS is on your case. But back then, we had so many people who really believed in us and who helped move us to levels where we really did succeed. And Catherine is one of those gentle spirits who helped my family immensely. My brothers, my parents, and even now my parents still are in touch with Catherine almost weekly. They live in Austin, Texas now, under a couple of health concerns. But Catherine is like the TMZ of Brookside Road. She knows everything that's going on. So whenever we speak to Catherine, we get all the news and the updates. I wasn't the news reporter, you were the news reporter, right? In all honesty. But I have to say that on behalf of my family, Thomas Washington, Bertha Washington, Thomas and Barbara Sweet Washington in California, Alan and Linda Washington in Austin, Texas, and my husband, Judge Gerald Carter, and my daughter, Amber Carter. We are very happy to be here today to celebrate your 90th birthday. We love you. We will always love you, and you are our rock. Thank you so much for letting us be here to celebrate it with all of you. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. It is Brianna Roach again. I know you guys have heard from me already with our skit, but this is a little different. I would like to tell you about what my grandmother instilled in us. My grandmother, at 90 years old, is still instilling in us. She is still breathing into us and sowing seeds of knowledge into us. My grandmother is a bull prize fighter. In the ring, will take you down type of woman. And I say that because she has taught me that no matter what situation I'm in, mind you, I live in North Carolina. I left home at 17. She told me to go. Do not stay. Do what you need to do. Be diligent. Live your life. You're young. Get involved. Be in school. And I only have my grandmother to thank for that. She is a fighter. She has taught us to fight. My family is full of talents. Each and every one of us, from the top to the bottom. And I'm not trying to be emotional, but my grandmother has taught me so much. She's taught us poetry, music, laughter, cards. We are a competitive family. Every one of us has a talent, a real talent. done sewing. My cousin Courtney does makeup and hair, and everyone has talent, and it's because of this woman right here. Because if it wasn't for my grandmother, we would not be the family we are, and we are very family oriented. And she makes sure that we stick together. She always has a house for us all to go to. If you need somebody, she is that woman. She has opened her home up to so many people. She has raised so many children. She has been on Brookside Road so long, and we would not be here without her. Whether she watched your kids, told you put witch hazel behind your son's ears because he has a rash, or sat there and combed out my hair for hours as a child because it was down my back, as well as my cousins. My grandmother is the bull prize fighter, and she is the only one I'll ever want to be in the ring with because I know she'll teach me how to knock somebody out. Thank you.
Wait, no. That side. Right there.
Mrs. Roach, we have some more remarks.
I don't like standing with you.
Hi, Ms. Roach. You're my new shopping partner. I just want to say that I'm not officially a granddaughter-in-law, but I consider myself to be one. I want to say thank you all that I've been in the family and knowing you and appreciating your love and the love and affection for your family. And on behalf of me and Jeanette, we love you.
Rolling. All right. Marquise, the rich men of very few words.
Let's start with that bread pudding, man. She made some slamming bread pudding. If you haven't tried it, you're missing out. I don't even know where else to go. We're going to stay on that bread pudding. It's so good. Thank you, Grandma, for everything you've done. And so we love you from all of us, from the top to the bottom. We all love you. You've been there for every one of us. I want to thank you. We love you, Grandma.
And hope we can make it to many more. And you look so nice today. You look beautiful. Love you, girl.
Give her a hug. Give her a hug.